you do under pressure? Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Hey, yeah, ain't no errors, baby, it's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, yours truly, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, okay, Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes, King 2 Cole. Bro, what's good?
Man, what's good, Stevie Wonder? Hey, man, I see you over there doing a little swerving and got you. My boy just a swaying. What was good with you though, man? Looking good though, bro. What was good with you, man?
Hey, first of all, I appreciate you. 1, 2, hey man, I've been drinking.
Hold on, wait a minute. Where my shot glass? I got a shot glass down here.
Oh man,
shot glass. There you go. Thank you, baby.
Hey, you know, it's funny too. It's funny as you said, Stevie Wonder, and I'm watching myself swerve as you said, trying to figure out which way I was.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the franchise, man. You know what it is, man. It's your boy. It's over here on this TV. I like it though. That's all good. You know how we do. What's up, Daniel? Shout out to the people. Shout out to you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But bro, man, hey, look. So, first of all, great way to start the show. I'm clipping that.
Please do.
But yeah, man, dude. So, hey, look, man. Again, another early evening block party. You know, we've been testing out this new format. You know, coming on between about 6:30, 7:30ish, and it's been doing pretty well for us overall. And of course, we back here today talking a little bit of wrestling, dude. So you and I, let's just keep it 100. Let's tell the people right now, we did not finish all of AEW yesterday because we found out at the last minute that they were doing another Forever show.
Right. Well, it was like, oh man, wait, bro, we got 2 more hours. wait, we got 2 more hours. You know what? Nah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do like last week. We're gonna come on today. We're gonna talk about, whatever. We're gonna shoot from the hip, man. We're gonna do what we do, man. Penelope, man, she wants to make sure that we talk about Funaki. How he should have had a title run, and Vince held down our Asian brothers. Hey, you know what? You ain't wrong. Yeah, he did hold him down until he had nobody left, and he had no choice but to push him.
Speaking of our Asian brothers, Takamichi Nuku, that was always my guy.
Hey, boy, hey, you know what it is, man. But Daniel, Penelope, Rob, Clyde, what it do? The people's falling in like swimwear. What it do, man? Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But bro, man, so off the rip. So the one thing I'm going to talk about is, earlier this morning, this afternoon, I should say, dude. So Warner Bros. Discovery, just how quick business changed when AEW first became a thing. Warner Bros. And the Discovery, the merger wasn't even a thing. Now the reports have come out that in 2026. The two will be parting ways, and there'll be 2 separate companies. And of course, AEW, they just signed like their 13 million brand new TV rights deal. So everybody online was kind of like, what does that mean for the future of AEW television? Now, with that being said, I'm not too worried about the future of AEW because they've proven through the fire they can and will overcome. They got great quality programming. I think right now, with the rise of dissatisfaction in the current WWE product, even though nobody will ever, at least in the immediate future, overtake WWE, I think the momentum is finally starting to shift a little bit in AEW's favor as far as, just public perception and, even talent, who probably would have never considered going to AEW in the past. Now seeing the way the landscape of WWE is shaking up, it's becoming more viable, more of a reality. With that being said, my boy, if the rumors are true and Warner Brothers Discovery, if they do decide to part ways and disband the merger, do you fear that would place AEW's television deal in jeopardy, or are they okay? Because unlike WCW, they still got the streaming deal as well.
Well, so the Warner Brothers Discovery, I mean, if they're gonna, I mean, will it, like, they decided they no longer want to be a merger of a company, two companies, or they Discovery going back to just being Discovery? Because I feel like regardless, whoever owns TBS and TNT, I think that's where AEW is going to continue.
Right.
But if it's not who I feel like whoever owns that's going to be the big deal.
Right.
So it's like it don't matter which company splits or whatever happens. It's about who owns the TV station and who owns Max. Who's going to own the what they show their product on, and as long as they're still in business with them, then it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. But again, if it's profitable, like AEW's profitable, they're making money. They're one of their, they've been one of the highest rated TV programmings outside of baseball and all the other sporting events on TBS, TNT, and even Max. Apparently, their Max is putting up good numbers, good enough numbers. They're putting up good numbers. So it's you got positivity on it, and obviously, like I say, with the rise of wrestling, it's like, why not still do it? So yeah, again, whoever got the networks, that's where they're going. That's my opinion. As long as the money and everything's still right, that's where they're going.
No, man, absolutely, 100%. And then too, so we got that AEW, bro. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because we've been saying, AEW for the last year plus, they really started to restore the feeling. Now, even though you and I, we didn't watch the back half of AEW yesterday, we seen the first 2 hours, and bro, when I tell you, it was absolute mayhem. It was absolute anarchy. It was blood. It was, bro, when I seen my boy Will Ospreay. What's up, big boy? When I seen Will Ospreay take those swerve answer threes with the thumbtacks at the last second to the face, dude, there was a lot of times when you see moves like that, especially when it comes to the super kick, you can kind of see at the last second, it not necessarily connected with the chin. Maybe they'll drop it down right below the neck and in the chest area. Bro, Will Ospreay, he popped in so last minute. He ate every bit of that thumbtack at the bottom of those shoes. And bro, the impact when you heard it, even earlier in the night, man, when they had a match with him and Swerve threw a mean elbow, and bro, Ospreay leaking instantly, bro. Kenny Omega got busted up, bro. Last night was just craziness, my boy. But let's talk about this match. Ospreay, Swerve, hey, dude. It was a time limit. Swerve said, "Hey man, fuck all that, man. We about to finish this thing off." And then of course you had the shenanigans, dude. What are your thoughts, man? Swerve, Ospreay, talk to me.
I mean, I already said if they're going to hint at this, give it to me at the pay-per-view. Yes. Go ahead and build it up. You can build up the story of the conflict of Ospreay trying to get Swerve to join them, but there's still the distinction between him and Hangman and the Elites and all this other stuff. You could have still utilized all of that, and it could have built to a nice little story to maybe at the end of the night, maybe after that match, there could have been some understanding, some consideration. Then towards the end of the night, when you got to the main event of All In, it could all accumulate. But I overall, the match itself, it was what it was. It was a hell of a way to start the show. TK in his bag. We always say, man, when TK reach in his bag, sometimes it's like, bro, whew, man, where did you find that? Like, how do you How do you still got stuff to pull out this bag? So
right.
he did that. He did the damn thing with that. And then of course, but like you say, it ended in a draw, so you didn't get a definitive winner. I know some people don't like that, but when there's a purpose, it's okay. This was a purpose. You didn't want to see Swerve beat Ospreay. You didn't want to see Ospreay beat Swerve, but you wanted to see them two fight.
Yep.
We got to watch them fight. They gave us 30 minutes of a hell of a fight. It was a time limit match. They were going to do the sudden death. The Elite came out, like you said, the shenanigans started shenanigans, and then that's just the way it ended. And that leaves it open for another round. So even though we got this, we still got enough time to possibly maybe do it again on the pay-per-view because we didn't get a finish.
And that's what I like about what you just said, especially with AEW, because with WWE and other companies, but I'm gonna say WWE because it's it's the bigger company. But a lot of times, they have matches, right? And we're like, damn, like you gonna put this on before the pay-per-view, and then there's a definitive winner or loser, and sometimes we look at it and be like, bruh, like, damn, you just killed the momentum on that. Like, why did what? With AEW, like again, yesterday was kind of one of those things. We're like, hey, bro, like, give it to me at the pay-per-view. But they tease it enough. You still got about 30 minutes of a match, right? And then guess what? Now it's a cliffhanger because, like, fuck, okay, you know what? There was no winner or loser.
He just took these super kicks, and that's what ties it off. It's the super kicks because it's like, oh shit. And that's what makes it a big. Obviously, it's the story. It's what they're trying to push and build towards All In. So it's like, all right, shit, damn, we got a good match. We know they were gonna give us, the extra 5 minutes to finish it.
Yep.
Damn you, grown currency, bringing y'all asses out here and y'all are ruining our match. So that puts more heat on the Bucks, which is something you want. Then there's also the other possibility that if they don't do the one-on-one at the pay-per-view, there's a good chance we get a Swerve and Ospreay versus the Elite at All In.
Yeah. And hey, before I get to the next topic, we got Earl in the building. Earl, what's up, baby?
All right, what's up, Earl? Hold on, man. Earl, Earl, you should have been on the show yesterday. Because today Penelope said we got to talk about the Asian people. We gonna talk about that later. We got to stay on. We got to stay on topic. We'll mark that comment. We got to make sure we get back to that. But I can also see the tag team match happening too, because now you got the Elite with the super kick, and it's like, all right, obviously you're trying to build Swerve and Ospreay to help Moxley, help Hangman take the title off of Moxley and get it out that briefcase. So we understand what that is. So there, like I said, there's a good chance if they don't do another one-on-one, we're gonna get a tag team match. And again, because it's the Elite, it's Ospreay, it's Swerve, I'm not mad at it. I'll watch it. I think that's a great pay-per-view quality match. That it's a good quality match, and they're gonna go balls to the wall. These four are just gonna pull shit out the rabbit's ass that they probably should not have done, and they'll do. And we'll be like, God damn, like what, why, where, how, why, how, whatever you want to say. It could be that crazy with these four because we all know these four are that crazy.
Well, let's talk about it because you said they want to see Hangman get the title off of Moxley, get it out the hands of the Death Riders and shit like that. And look, we've seen strange bedfellows in recent weeks. We had the Ops coming out yesterday running off people, and this is like, you know what? Everybody is banding together behind Hangman Page, and I find this so. What's the acronym I'm looking for, man? I find this to be such poetic justice, if you will, because if you remember, Hangman at the start of his downfall, he felt like everybody was turning their back on him. He felt like he had nobody. He felt like he could trust nobody. He felt like when he lost the title, he wasn't shit. His family didn't care about him. The fans didn't care about him. The boys in the back didn't care about him. My boy went on a mental complete spiral. And now to see Hangman, the same guy who's been crying and trying to plead his case, the guy that's been doubting himself since day one. Now the locker room is showing support for him. You got sworn enemies aligning themselves with Hangman Page for the cause. You got the fans behind Hangman Page for the cause. And I feel like if you finally, and when you finally get Swerve Strickland to get behind the cause, because at the end of the day, bruh, Swerve don't give a damn about Hangman. He don't give a damn about Mox, but he do care about that title, and he do care about AEW, and that's the one thing that everybody can say. Everybody on that roster give a fuck about the success of AEW, because when AEW does good, professional wrestling does good. And I love the storytelling right now because, dude, we've said it. Hangman Page, they was doing all the pillars and everything like that. Hangman Page wasn't considered a pillar, but he's been there since day one. He's been a fan favorite since day one. He's been one of those guys who's been in and out of the loop. It's kind of like, all right, they kind of teased him. They kind of fed him a carrot here or there, but he never really, even when he was the world champion, never really felt like that guy. He just felt like a guy that won the belt, but that was it. He didn't really feel like the world champion. Now
people wanted it, but it was still missing something.
Yeah, and now he's finally found that missing piece. You know, he ain't coming out in the bedazzled clothes no more. You know, he's got this edge to him. He's got this passion. He's got this fire to him, and that's what we was missing. That's what we was missing. Literally, I feel like the old Hangman was a little too passive, right? This one right here, hey, we ain't taking no shit. We've been there, done that.
He was still too. You could say passive. I would say too indecisive. I guess that's pretty much the same thing, because I feel like a lot of times he didn't know if he wanted to be with the Dark Order and be good, or if he wanted to hang with the Elite. It's like, bro, it's like a lot of times he didn't know who he wanted to be or where he wanted to be. So,
right.
But he was still one of those guys that was out there. I mean, the tag team with him and Omega, people loved it. When he went solo and Omega turned heel, who did people want to see him and Omega go? They wanted to see him and Omega. So we got the things that we got, and he got to build himself up to that point. And now this is his superstar moment. This is what this is for Hangman Page. Like, Kenny Omega is Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is known worldwide. Everybody knows who Kenny Omega is. It is what it is at this point. The Young Bucks are the Young Bucks, but Adam Page is that guy that needed to take that next step. And this is what this is. This is his next step as one of the guys that's one of the originals. First and foremost, he's an original. He's been there since the beginning. Him and Jericho were the first two to fight for the AEW World Championship. He lost to Jericho. Then he had to redeem himself, but even then, you know, that was something in itself.
Right.
So, you know, then we fast forward 2 years ago with Swerve coming in and basically challenging his heart. And that's why I was like, you know, like, yeah, you're here, you're doing it, man, but you say you ain't doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me this opportunity. I'll show you what it is. And Hangman, to his credit, he disrespected Swerve.
Yeah.
Now, did Swerve overstep? Most definitely. We all agree Swerve overstep. Because you showed up to that man's house at night and went to that man's baby crib. Bro, you stopped at the man's fridge, you tore up the little pitch. Like, bro, you welcomed yourself into that man's home. Yeah. All right. The only thing you didn't do was go lay in his bed while his wife was there. That's about the only thing you didn't do. And that probably would have got you murdered. But
legitimately,
what you did was enough to get your house burned down. So we done went through this whole entire arc of all of that. And now, because he allowed himself to be that deranged, he allowed that to spill over into everybody else, into everything, because he just he had that I don't give a fuck attitude. And it worked for him. And it was a hell of a story, because it left him in a place where we questioned it, but we couldn't keep taking our eyes off it. That's what we couldn't take our eyes off of it. We're like, all right, man, something's brewing. We see it. Oh man, he wilding out, but bro, we see it. Damn, he wilded, bro. But what the hell? So yeah, I think now you've gotten the transition to where it's like, okay, I can't still be this goddamn angry. A year ago, maybe 2 years ago, sure, but now it's like, bro, I'm tired. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired, boss. Boss. I don't want to be angry no more, boss. Shit.
But it's funny you said that, because, bro, that's when you had Nana on behalf of Swerve. started to try to broker the peace. It not all like, hey, bro, look, I know we kind of took things far in the past. You kind of did some stuff. We kind of did some stuff. Hey, look, man, bro, like, we can't do this no more, man. And at the time,
bro, we didn't move on. That's the thing. We didn't move on. You
and at the
whooped our
time,
ass.
and
You put
Hangman was trying to
in my
hear it,
mouth. Whoop my ass. You sent me home for a couple of months, and then I came, bro. I ain't even fucking with you. I didn't moved on to other shit, bro. Do you still on it? You still on it?
You know the fucked up part about that, bro? He was so mad at Swerve and Nana, he fucking retired Christopher Daniels. See, like, I ain't do shit to you.
Right, man. Because you wilding out. Your friend, somebody who like, bro, I don't want to see you go down this wrong path. I want to help you. And you damn near broke this man's neck. He's retired. He's the fallen angel. Ben fell. He been fell.
Yeah.
How you gonna push this man further through the ground? Come on now. I had Big Boy say he was just about to say all that. Hey, look, for real, because honestly, it had to stop at a point. It had to stop at some type of point. It ran its course to where it's like, okay, because even with him and the Jeff Jarrett stuff, because it was like it kind of was like, where is this really going? And then that's kind of weird because that Jeff Jarrett stuff kind of died off too. But for Hangman though, you started to see the slow transition and stuff, and that's where we're at now. We're at him getting back to his cowboy shit. Yeah, all right, getting back to being that dude that we expect him to be, and be world, and then to dethrone Jon Moxley and to be the champion again.
And let me ask you this, because I know we've had our criticisms of Mox in this title reign and the whole. What is the agenda of the BCC? Not the BCC. Excuse me. What am I? What's our damn group?
The Death Riders.
The Death Riders. Let me ask you this, because everybody, when I say everybody, I mean every wrestler, every fan, like everybody's behind Hangman Page, because it's like the Brock Lesnar effect. It's like, bro, we want to see the title. We want to actually, like, bro, what's going on? We missed this shit.
It's simple. They became the big bad.
But let me ask you, so do you think that this has worked out perfectly the way it needed to establish Hangman Page?
As long as he wins at All In, yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Again, we always say, boy, the journey might have been, you might feel some way about the journey, but when you get to the end result, and the end result is what it's supposed to be, it's like, well, shit. You know what? That wasn't a bad of a journey when you look back at it. Like, damn, that wasn't that bad. Shit. Man, that was all right. That was a good time. Man, that was all right. That was a good time. But again, he's got to win. Now, he's got to win. Now, I want to put an emphasis on that. He's got to win. You can't have Jon Moxley walking out of All In with the championship.
No,
especially now. Here's the question. I'm gonna throw a conundrum at you.
Okay.
Jon Moxley beats him clean. That's gonna be a problem. They have the match, great match, back and forth. Let's say no interference. It's just them two. No Death Riders. Nobody else came out. It's just them two. Whoop, whoop, whatever, bop, bop. At the end of it, bam, Jon Moxley wins.
So I say the only way I can see that being acceptable, I'm not gonna say acceptable. I guess tolerable would be the word, is if the only reason Hangman Page loses is because he legitimately slips on the banana peel. Like he get ready to go for his buckshot lariat, but he suffered an injury somewhere during the match. Like, let's say Mox is working on his arm.
You can see that. Or his kneecap. Yeah, it'll be his knee. It'll be his knee.
Yeah. So when he goes up for the rotation, he gonna land
what London Paul did last week.
Yeah.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah, so he gonna do it, and you can play the over rotated angle, so he land, damn, kind of like knee buckle, Mox, boom, get him, paradigm shift, 1, 2, 3. I can see that. But if it's just, hey man, Mox just straight out just pin him, and it's like
no. That's why I say I'm throwing out the conundrum.
Okay,
give you a great match.
Yeah,
it's a great match. I'm going to say it's a great match. People are, emotionally involved in it. Everything.
You know what's
And
crazy?
Moxley wins.
I got one for you. Same situation. Mox wins. But here's the catch. Hangman got to give Mox the fight of his fucking life. It's got to be to the point. It's got to be to the point where Mox is on the brink of death. Because Mox is this type of guy. Mox is the type of person where anybody that can match his toughness or maybe be even tougher, I can see Mox's ego being like, hey man, you know what? I ain't never had nobody take me to the limit like that. Hey, fuck it. Let's run it back one more time. Because
Samoa Joe, Swerve, Hangman. Dude, that's my conundrum. Everything that you're saying is a part of my conundrum. It's a great match. It's a great match. There's no downside to it. None. Hangman doing his thing, Moxley doing his thing. 1, 2, 3, Moxley retains. The thought. That's the conundrum. I'm giving everything positive. I'm throwing all the right stuff at it for it to be what it needed to be. The end result is what I'm questioning.
Again, man. See, it's one of those things where it's easy to say right now that Hangman should win and Mox winning is the wrong decision. But I gotta see how the next few weeks play out, and I gotta see how the finish happens. Like that's the thing. That's the thing. Like I gotta see how the finish happens because it could happen in such a way where it's like, God damn, you know what? Because you know what AEW love to do? AEW love to give you a billion false finishes. How many matches have we seen where it's like you wanted somebody to win, especially us with our predictions, but it's like, bruh, the match is so intense and so heavy. You just, at this point, you don't give a whom you just want to see.
Whoever wins deserves it. And that's the conundrum. Whoever wins, they deserve it. Great match. Everything you want about it to be a great match.
Yeah,
but Moxley wins. I'm not saying I want Moxley to win, but I'm just saying when you ask about the ranking or the effect of the storyline when it leads to as far as Hangman Page, it's like I feel like in order for it to really, really work, he's got to win and become that next level star. He's got to win, but it's AEW and you can't just be as blatantly oblivious, okay, to just thinking, oh yeah, it's set up that way. It's automatically Hangman Page. No, AEW has shown you. No, it's not what you thought. You thought it was that. Nah, we're going this direction, and then it's worked out or it hasn't worked out. But and Earl, I hear what y'all saying, Big Boy. Rob, I hear all of what y'all said, man, but that's what I'm throwing out there. What is your thought if it's a great match? It's everything. It's compelling. It's got all the emotional roller coaster that you got to go through. You're crying, you're sad, you're happy, you're angry. You're going through it all. It comes down to that one, and Moxley wins. And it's like, shit, we want this to be over, but it's like, damn. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Damn, we got to sit through Moxley a little bit longer, but shit, that was awesome. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you mad? You got to still go through. Like, can we accept? Like, okay, maybe there's something bigger, but then it's like this was the moment you would think the bigger would explode because it's their big pay-per-view. So
here's what I would say about TK. Despite what we have said in the past as fans and fans in general, and even the haters, the one thing, what do we say about TK? What's the one thing we say he's great at? If nothing else, what is the one thing he's great at?
Advertising?
I forgot. Yeah, advertising, yes, but tying off loose ends. TK the type of motherfucker, bro. TK the type of person, bro, where a story would seem dead, and he'll bring some shit back a year and a half later, and he'll be like, "Oh fuck, man! Like, goddamn, like you thought it was dead in the water, and it turns out, man, to be the biggest thing." So,
and a twist with a hell of a twist, like, damn, I did not see that coming. How the hell they make that make sense?
And the crazy part is, and there's some shit you don't even realize that they running video packages back, in promotion. You be like, oh shit, damn, hey, that person was involved. Oh man, bro, we ain't seen. So that's why I'm like, as much as I'm a little nervous, because I do feel like there's a 90% chance Heyman gonna win, but that 10% in my heart, it's a strong 10 because it's John fucking Moxley, bro. But I'm gonna trust the process with TK because guess what? Moxley got a lot more years behind him than in front of him. Hangman, I feel like he's going to be that guy they hitch their wagon to. And then, of course, you got Ospreay as well. But here's the thing. Now here's what I'm going to flip the question. MJF at one point in time was the biggest possible free agent in the world of pro wrestling. The summer of the bidding war of 2024. And then things kind of went how they went. And then, of course, that is what it is now. Hangman Page. I feel like if Hangman Page, if he can beat John Moxley and solidify himself with a hell of a fucking run, my boy, I think if he shows he can truly lead this company as the number 2, dude, WWE, AEW, when it's time for him to renew his contract, he gonna have some bargaining power. Because Hangman, he's got the it factor. We just need to push him like he got it.
Oh, well, and now the redemption story allows that to be because you're pulling him from the angry guy. You're pulling him from the guy that was just burning people's houses and breaking people's necks and not giving a shit. So it works great because it allows him to be that redemption person to show, hey, like, this is what I need to do, and this is what I want to be, and I'm gonna be what y'all think I need to be, or what I am, what I need to be.
Yeah.
So, it's Ospreay saying it helps.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When you got other guys pointed out, like, bro, you got this. Like, we already know what you got. You've already shown who you are. Yeah. That's why Swerve came at you, bro. Like, that's the whole thing about it. Why did Swerve come at you? Because you were one of those dudes.
Yeah.
And you happened to be there. It's the fact that, Kenny was out dealing with what he was dealing with. So who else is next? Yeah. Between Moxley, it's you. Swerve wanted to come in and go up against the best in AEW. And you happen to be that dude because you're the now guy. You're the guy for now in the next few years. The pillars of Sammy and Darby and all of them and MJF, they're the future. They're the guys that's going to be around for a little bit more longer. While the Kennys and the Pages and everybody else, they're going to be heading out the door or, slowing down a little bit.
Yeah.
So right now you got the future, but you got the right now. And Hangman is right now.
And when you look at it too, Hangman, every major storyline of somebody that matters in AEW has at some point in time tangled up with Hangman. MJF, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and now we got Mox, we got Swerve. Like anybody that's ever stepped through AEW that's been there long enough to have a legitimate presence in AEW, they've tangled up with Hangman Page in one way or another. So I feel like TK, man, you putting your trust in this guy. And the funny thing is, even when he kind of fell off by our view of Hangman, he never really went to the bottom of the card. Like there's certain people when they fall out of that world title picture, they kind of
just was crazy to fall out the card.
Yeah. But it's like he's been like still relevant. You know what I'm saying? With or
because he's been the most consistent around without injury. Honestly, other than having a baby,
that's it.
I don't think he's really been out with too much injury. So it's like, all right, you got that, man. People know, man. People have been riding cowboy shit since day one. So that's just what it is, man. He's that dude. They want to see him. They want to see him and Ospreay go at it again. They want to see him and Swerve go at it again. We want to see him in Omega. We want to see him and eventually Moxley will come back, maybe a Claudio, and whoever else decides to step up. We got a Okada that's out here doing what he do, and him and Omega gonna do what they do as they got this nice new belt that they gonna be going fighting.
That belt is so gorgeous. That shit is beautiful. I'm like,
now if they're getting rid of 2 titles to present 1 title, I'm actually okay with that. But I do think that we got to talk about it because we just spent 35 minutes on one thing and we can't do like that. But I do have confidence that Hangman will win. I do have confidence that he is that next guy. He's ready to take that next step.
Yeah.
And again, the storyline is there, man. You got the Elite, you got the Death Riders, you got all the big making parts just to make this one thing work and to bring this excitement for this pay-per-view that we're gonna get July 12th.
Bro, we real quick, because we at the 35-minute mark, I'm gonna do the last call because we are gonna take some more questions, but I definitely want to make sure we get to Earl. But let me hit this bell. I don't want to scare you.
Go ahead, do you, bro.
Uh-oh. All right, there we go. All right. So, man, bro, you told me to save it. I saved it. Earl says, "What up, GOW? I try to tell everyone that the storyline with R-Truth is bigger than what people think it is. R-Truth is getting his flowers and a big push on his way into retirement. I told you that Truth said he responded. This wasn't a work. You know, he was legitimately let go, and it was the power of the fans. But I will say this: I don't know if you've seen it, but Bully Ray was pretty much, talking about Truth cutting his locks and everything like that. And he said, hey, look, if you're going to be Ryan Killings right now, I don't want to hear no more about R-Truth. We're leaving R-Truth in the past. I want to focus on who you are now because I don't want to associate this new version of you, which is really the old version, with the goofy comedic version because this is the serious version we wanted for so long. Bro, R-Truth, he popped on Busted Open Radio, and now, boy, lit Bully Ray ass on fire, boy. He was like, who the fuck you are? Like, who the fuck is he to tell me who the fuck I am? Blah, 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 blah. But it was a serious version. Hey, Ryan Killings, in true Ryan Killings fashion, says, I am the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Put some respect on my name. Dude, I know I asked you this already, but since Earl brought it up, because I'm going to let you answer this because this was really directed towards you. Ron Killings.
Mm-hmm.
Serious truth.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, can we honestly see Truth finally getting a world title or the WWE Championship one time for the one time?
No, not at all.
Really?
Not at all. Not at all. First and foremost, folks, let's put one thing in perspective.
Okay.
As good as he looks, he's still 50 years old.
That's true.
Who is he about to who is he about to beat for this championship? He about to beat John Cena? He about to beat Cena? He about to beat Cena? Say it with some confidence. Say it with confidence. He about to beat Cena. Say it with some confidence. That's all I'm saying. Say it with some confidence. He gonna beat Cena.
Damn, I can't.
Now,
I can't.
Can he have a serious run? Can he do? And also, I kind of want to let me step back a little. Him cussing out Bully Ray is years of happen to be something diminishes you.
Yeah.
Yet you're doing the best of what you can do to continue to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of people. That's not just black people. That's a lot of people. But for someone like him, and for him to be as old as he is, and this is where it hits different. It's not the same for anyone younger now growing up.
Yeah.
Compared to someone like him who's 50 years old.
He's
and seen some shit and has dealt with some shit. And now, after being let go, and then after seeing the way people reacted, you can't disregard that brought something out of him. It's like, I finally get to do something I know I could have been done. Because anybody who's seen R-Truth or Ron Killings outside of being R-Truth, you've seen him in TNA, you've seen him like, dude, he's actually damn good.
Oh yeah.
Like, to me, he was, I'm not gonna lie, I did always think he was like a B-level Booker T. because he was always doing the kicks and all the stuff. Some of the stuff Booker T was doing, but Booker was a little bit more athletic in the ring. He wasn't as not dancy, but
right,
flippity, I guess, as Ron was. But Ron was still good at doing a lot of things that maybe Booker T didn't do.
Right.
Regardless of that, the man has won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship twice. Man has held World Heavyweight Championship gold. This man has beat legit people. Like, the dude is not a scrub. He's not a scrub whatsoever. So to finally get that moment to where you get and again, R-Truth has made him a lot of money. He's made a lot of he's been able to take care of his family, being that joke that he's been for a long time. But as a man, when you know you're better than what you're being portrayed as, hey man, that hits different. It just hits different, and it hit different. And now he gets to actually do this. And I get to wait a minute. Oh hell yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm crashing out. So,
and you get to do it your way. You get to do it your way. Because now,
but again, that shines the light to all the stuff we were saying the other day. Because it's just like that type of mindset and thinking. It's like when you look at a guy like Ron Killings, it's like, yo, could he have done something more? Like, could we have done more with certain people? Like I said, there's certain people you'll always look at. Cesaro, I always wonder, damn, couldn't WWE have done more with Cesaro while he was there? Yes, I feel like they could have did more with him, especially that last year or so he had. It was like, bro, people were finally glad to see him doing meaningful stuff outside of the bar. So it's like, once you do that with someone, you realize you got a new star that you can add to what you want to do and present. But for Ron Killings, I want him to have a good run. I want him to have a better match with Cena. I don't think he'll win the championship unless they decide to be like, all right. If this was the original plan of him being more serious, but he was never to get released, maybe he would have beaten John Cena.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to say he beats him because of the people. I don't want to say because of the guilt. So now we're just going to guilt triply put it. To me, that diminishes, because it's like, I want that organically.
I understand. But it is organic in a way if you think about it. Again, not for a good time, not for a long time, for a good time. Here's the thing. R-Truth would never be, let's fast forward and say he does become world champion. He would have never been world champion had he never got released in the first place and the people didn't fight for him to come back. Because, bro, there's been plenty of people that gotten released. Bro, when Vince was doing those 30, 40 people releases at the time.
He survived them all. He survived them all.
One, he survived them all. Two, bro, you know how many people got released and Vince didn't give a fuck to bring back? Dude, we've been chanting CM Punk forever when Vince was there. And do you think that shit changed? Absolutely not. Vince actually at one point was confiscating signs that said that fans were bringing in about released talent. He acted like they didn't exist. Bro, the people were
That's
so
how he
loud.
acted. That's how he felt. He felt nobody exited. He felt like, I bet you he thinks Chris Benoit and all of them just magically appeared at his doorstep.
Oh, but that's the thing. And what is WWE? What's the one thing that Triple H is always touting? The numbers. When Joe Hendry, when he came in from TNA for the first time, they were quick to tout, oh, Joe Hendry's done the biggest numbers ever on NXT's social media platforms. Jordan Grace did the biggest numbers, blah, blah, blah. And then because of the numbers, you kept seeing talent from TNA showing up, and then there's a partnership deal because guess what? WWE realized, oh, there's money in this with the Mr. Iguana dude. Bro, they just announced that he's not even going to NXT. He even had an interview where he said that he went to the Performance Center and they told him, you're not going to be here. You're going to get called up to the main roster because just since Saturday, you're the #1 merch seller in WWE. You're not even a WWE superstar. So it's all about the numbers. Travis Scott, how many times have we said, bro, hey, we don't need these motherfuckers in WWE, bro? But guess what? They keep bringing them back. You know why? Because of his appeal. It's all about the numbers. So with R-Truth, bro, whether WWE wanted to bring him back or not, you couldn't deny that backlash, bro. Because Truth, unlike a lot of the other people that got released, we know they haven't used him to his potential. And the fact that he still stayed loyal to the company, that was the biggest slap in the face. Because like, all right, hold on, bro. These other people, they still got enough time to kind of somewhat get their career together. But this man right here, bro, you gonna cut him out of all people? He been the most loyal, maybe outside of John Cena.
It's all of that. It's all of that. But I would say probably Undertaker or Shawn Michaels.
Well, Taker too. I give you Taker.
But for R-Truth, here's the problem. It's the way that match and the setup for Saturday night's main event went. I told you. Remember I said, damn, that was a waste of time. That was a waste of fucking time. Like y'all, and then y'all released him. That was the problem.
Yeah.
We people like you've been advocating for that shit. I was like, it's a good thing. It could be, but I didn't have confidence in it. That's the reason why I was so nonchalant about the shit. I didn't have confidence that they were going to do the right thing with it to make it what it could have been. So, and they didn't. They squandered that shit, and then they let them go. And then that's what made the people pissed off. Like, whoa, first of all, you finally gave us this little best thing that we wanted to do, and then y'all just gonna let this man go? Like, damn, y'all just disregarded him like that? R-Truth? Like, bro, come on, man. Y'all could have did better by him, man. Y'all could have sent him off way better than that. And that was the bigger issue. It's the fact that we all watched that bitch ass. We all watched that shit. We all watched that shit that Saturday night. What did we say? Saturday night main event don't feel like Saturday night main event. It don't feel special. It's missing that pizzazz that makes it Saturday night main event. And that was part of the reason. That was part of that shit. Like if we knew John Cena was gonna cheat to win, that wasn't a problem. It was how you got to it.
Yeah.
And it was sure. And it was what's the old boy name? He say trash. That shit was trash. That shit was trash. That's exactly what it was. It was trash. All that shit was trash. Shout out to old boy. I don't know his name. I can't think of his name right now, but that's his shit. I ain't stealing his shit, but that's just how bad it was. It was trash.
Yeah.
And then y'all just let him go. Like, come on, man. And you're right, the loyalty. And that's another thing. I'm surprised Vince didn't tweet, Paul, what the hell you doing? He might have texted his ass like, hey, bro, you release him? Why the hell y'all release him? Y'all don't release him. Let that man retire when he's ready to go.
And you know what's crazy? And that's the one thing, bro. We're going to wind down on Truth. But that's the one thing about Vince. Say what you want about Vince. We talk about the businessman here. Okay. Vince is a huge proponent on loyalty. Like, because, Vince, if Vince love you, bro, he gonna fucking ride with you. Truth, Taker, Michaels, all the shit that Michaels went through. Steve, God, like all them, bro. And the one thing that people would say, hey, even Randy Orton will admit, bro, I was a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? But Vince saw something in Randy. Vince kept giving Randy a chance. Even when he disciplined Randy, Rob Van Dam, bro, their relationship crazy. In and out. Fuck Vince, fuck you, Rob. Fuck, lay off the drugs. But hey, if you rock with Vince and Vince feels like he can make money off you and he gives a fuck about you, bro. So
you're a big enough star, you can fuck up and continue to do what you do. In which those two guys, Rob Van Dam and Randy Orton, I mean, shit, they're big time guys. So yeah.
And that's the thing, Vince, he had that business sense where it's just like, hey, look, under him, they coined the never say never. Because there was people, bro, like Bret Hart. When Bret Hart first came back to WWE, bro, what fucking was that, 09, 08? And they started like showing him back on WWE television, him and Shawn Michaels. Bro, you never thought you would see Vince and Bret back in the same ring. More specifically, Bret and Shawn Michaels. But again, bro, hey, the business is all about the fucking business. And Vince and even though Vince made a history of embarrassing people and putting people in embarrassing situations, Vince went out there and embarrassed his ass too. Vince was out there looking like a dumbass too. Vince went out there and did some
the shit he made people go through, he went through most of that shit. And that's the thing that made it hard. We're gonna get ready to get out of here, but that's the thing that made it hard for people with Vince. It's like, bro, that's like, man, you made people do some ridiculous shit, but you know what? I also remember him getting Rikishi into the Big Show's ass. And that was not lovely. That was not lovely at all. Not at all. I've seen him take a lot. Again, he's taken a lot of the moments and pains and stuff. And so he's asked people to do stuff that he would do himself.
Yeah.
And that's the respect that he has amongst the wrestlers. But would they all agree? No. And again, it is what it is. But if you were loyal to him, he was loyal to you. R-Truth was a prime example of that. And I mean, again, you think about if you was able to look up when R-Truth was officially in WWE, where he didn't leave and he was officially there up until now, you look at all the people that got released.
Yeah.
You check R-Truth each year by year, and you look at the names of the people that got released, and just take out the names that are big names.
Yeah,
I do that right there will tell you. That right there will tell you. But man, look here, Dynamite and Collision was a lot. They're basically just getting ready for All In. Like I said, man, we got this new championship. I'm not gonna lie. Beautiful. One thing I don't like about it is it kind of almost looks like the original AEW Women's Championship. So I kind of hope it maybe it'll look a little better, maybe space it out a little bit more. That's my only criteria. It looks like damn, they just took the women's belt. Looked better than that when the picture I saw, but maybe it's just the way the picture was presented that it looked different. But they're looking at it, but they're getting ready for All In. So we got the title match. We got to figure out what's going to happen with Swerve and Ospreay. Hangman's got to survive the Death Riders until he gets to Texas. Toni Storm, she's trying to keep herself ready between her and Mercedes. They're kind of signing contracts and everything else. Man, we just getting ready for All In. We just got weeks. TK's about to give us all these damn super shows, which everybody's getting wrestling time. Hey, I don't want to hear nobody complain about not getting TV time. Everybody's been on TV. So, we gonna cipher through all of that, man, and we're gonna get ready for All In, man.
Man, absolutely. But bro, as always, bro, it didn't even feel like we've been on here for 52 minutes, but we've been on here for a while. We got to.
You hit a couple of conversations, man, and you get going, man, and the people get to respond, and it is what it is, man. Truth lacks a serious major title win needed for his introduction to the Hall of Fame. The sad part is he got the NWA championship. That'll be it for him. I can't see him. I see no reason for him to beat Gunther.
Nah, hell.
Fired.
Hell.
Even if Gunther is only the champion because Jay's injured, and then you send me that text message they want to put the Usos back in the tag team division. I'm like, he's Cena makes the perfect sense. But do I want Truth to win just for Cena to win it back and be an 18-time champion?
Yeah.
Am I going to give Cena an extra title reign just for R-Truth to have a title shot? Honestly, at this point, him winning it would be nice, but I would just hate what comes after it, or how and that's my thing, because I want it to feel special. It should feel special. It shouldn't just feel like here you go. Now go be happy.
You know how you make it feel special, and then I ain't gonna hold you too long. This is how you make it feel special. Don't put it on the pay-per-view. Don't do that. Don't, bro. Random ass Raw, random ass SmackDown, random ass whatever.
No, you already did that. No, you can't do that. You bombed. That was Saturday Night Main Event. You bombed that. You got to do something special for this. You got to do something special. Hey. I wanted to let you finish, but you got to do something special. He's Ron Killings now. It's Ron Killings. This isn't the R-Truth shit where it's the joke that, oh man, he's my hero. Nah, we fuck all that.
Why do I feel like maybe, bruh? Why do I feel like they gonna probably angle this for SummerSlam?
I mean, they could, and he can lose.
And it's a 2-night SummerSlam.
He can lose, and it could be the most respectful loss ever.
John Cena, R-Truth, Night 2 main event.
You want to add Cody Rhodes to that? You're gonna add an extra element to that.
Yeah. Because
just
Cody and Truth, they cool. So no, that works.
Because you gotta throw off the possibility that some no shit. Oh, we forgot about this person. We forgot about it. So you gotta throw that out there.
I got you. Here we go. I got you. Our element of surprise. Want to make it feel special. Hey, R-Truth, hit that motherfucker with the little Jimmy. Boom, get knocked out the way. Cody Rhodes do his little Cody cutter. Cody setting up. Hit his ass to the crossroads. Boom. Truth come in, hit his special on Cody. Get your ass out the way. 1, 2, 3. Bam, Truth. You make it believable. He can even lose that motherfucker the next night on Raw. I don't care. But that'll be Truth's moment. That'll be Truth's moment.
That was too easy. That was too easy. You wanted that so bad. I'm listening to. I was like, oh, he wants that so bad. That was too easy, bro. Oh, that was too easy.
You see how quick I came up with the finish?
I'm like, oh no, I know you better than that, my boy. No, that was way too easy. But I like where you were going with it. I feel it. But that's why I say he needs a respectable loss, man. You let him go out there and show what he could have always been. That he's gonna hype the crowd. Yeah, he gonna put on a move or two. He gonna do the split. He gonna jump and dive. But the man can work the ring, and he gonna show you he can work the ring. And I think it being a little more respectable in people's eyes will feel a lot better.
Yeah.
So
But what do we say? We say this all the time. We don't get off, but what do we say, man? Sometimes you could look better in a loss than a win. And hey, all we wanted to see is a serious truth. The title thing is cool to talk about because he never did it in WWE. But the thing we care about the most, he goes out in a respectable run as Ron Killen. So hey, bro, I'm down.
And with that, because then, like I say, he's gonna be so hot. Yeah. Like I said, my man's 50. Now that's the. Hey, I wish I could be that. I wish I could be in his shape at 50. And I'm not even.
I'm about to be 32 and I ain't even in his shape. So shit.
So first of all, let the respect be where it needs to be. A man is pushing 50 looking the way he looks, still moving and doing what he do. So if he can get all the exposure he needs, and then they truly do let him go, man, hey, he may got another year or two in 2-3 years into him. And you go hit the independent scene, you don't think people ain't gonna come out to see you?
Oh yeah. Hey, well, that's the thing, because apparently before WWE, they said before WWE re-signed Truth, bro, they said the independents was lighting his ass. So like they said he was getting interest from everybody. But why not, bro? It's Ron Killens. You mean to tell me
you come here like, bro, you ain't even got to be, you can be you, but you can be something else. It's like, Tony be like, hey, bro, I don't need you to be that. I need you to be whatever makes you happy. So if you want to go out there and kick a little ass and be serious, hey, dude, I want who
you know what's crazy? Out of spite, TK probably would have put an international title on his ass second weekend.
Man, shit, 2 minutes in. He ain't even he a mystery opponent for a random title match they decided to put on. Adam Cole just lost to R-Truth. Ron Killens the TNT Championship. Hey.
Hell yeah. Hey, and we all gonna be happy for it.
Ain't nobody gonna complain about it. Ain't not one single person gonna complain about it. But they'll complain about what he'll do or how he'll be presented and all that. But again, the sad part is y'all act like he was all over the TV before. He wasn't. That's the sad part. R-Truth wasn't all over the TV before. So what would you be complaining about? Just to complain, the bitch complain because it's AEW. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we had to get in real quick, man, because like I said, last night was just that was just too many hours of wrestling on a Wednesday. Earl says Truth will be the one to send Cena off in retirement. I mean, if he's gonna be around that long, now there's your world title win. If somehow R-Truth is around until when Cena get ready to leave, and he's the one to beat Cena and take the title off of him before he retires. Now there you go. I'll give you your title reign. And what's crazy? And it's respectable.
And I got another one too. Damn, man, we keep saying we'll go. Oh, I'll make this quick. So the Cena's last advertised match is supposed to be at the pay-per-view in December in Boston, which is gonna be I forgot what they said, but it's named after Cena. Bruh, so Cena loses to Truth. Cena goes out on his back, but this is how you get the title off of Truth. Because we just want you to win the title. We don't need a reign. Bruh, he get cashed in on. Money in the bank.
Well, that's if Seth holds it that long.
That's true.
I was gonna say you don't even need to just rush to take the title off of him.
Yeah.
Because truth be told, pun intended, depending on when his contract expires, you could just take the title off him at a pay-per-view.
That's true. But
you would also want to give him at least one or two title defenses. Like you want to give him a couple of defenses before you take the championship off of him. Because at the Royal Rumble, it can happen. At Elimination Chamber, it can happen. It can happen prior to the road to WrestleMania. And you can set up everything else that you need to set up. Big Boy says, I can see Truth costing Cena the title to Cody at the pay-per-view. I mean, shit. First of all, I don't want to see Cody back as champion. He had his time. The dude was I don't need another 5 years of Cody after I just had 4 years of Roman.
Right.
CM Punk may get the championship back. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Randy will sneak in and get it. Who knows? But I don't see. I just. I don't want to see Cody. Yeah, I don't want to see Cody. Yeah, I don't want to see Cody. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
All right, well, bro, look, man, my boy, we talked. We gave the people. My wife is like, "What the hell? I ain't trying to get my ass."
Sorry, Queen. You know, we get the gossiping on wrestling, man. We just get to going. Sorry.
Hey, but it is what it is. Because guess what, man? Hopefully one day, man, when this thing, I'm gonna say hopefully, and I'm gonna throw it out there. When the GOW, when it take off, and we start making some Skrilla, some cheddar, some cheese. You know what I'm saying? We moving on up. It's gonna be all worth it. Y'all gonna be like, go on, talk to the motherfucking people.
Right. Don't you gotta go talk to the people? Go talk to the people. Shit.
Yeah.
All right, no. My wife already be throwing it.
Man, but bro, seriously, before I get out of here, I want to say thank you, man. Couldn't do the show without you. Appreciate you for making time to join me in the game, bro.
Always.
And as always, man, everybody that joined us tonight, thank you for taking the time. Hey, look, bro.
Earl says if they put the title back on Cody, I'm quitting watching. I'm gonna quit watching WWE.
Man, dude. Hey, you know what? And the crazy part is, you're not wrong, girl.
Hey, man, I think a lot of people would too. But too bad. The bad part is it'd be too close to the Royal Rumble, man. But sign us out, bro, because we'll talk
man,
Saturday.
You already know what time it is. We ain't coming on Friday, motherfucker.
We'll see y'all Saturday.
Yeah. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the GOW. I'm the franchise. He's the king. We are the GOW. And make sure to catch us on Saturday. Until then, peace.